What are the easiest, most wearable trends for fall 2025? I have 9 pieces that I purchased from Zara to provide specific examples of 6 of these trends and to show how to make them functional in an everyday wardrobe. Hi, thank you for joining me today. Before I get started on the first trend, I just wanted to mention I am 46 years old and a mom, so trends and fashion need to be very functional for me. So you will see that reflected in the pieces that I picked out. Let's get started. Trend number 1 for fall 2025 is brown is the new black. Brown was just taking over the fashion world, kind of pushing black a little bit to the side. Think Java and mocha and some deep, rich browns. The pieces that I chose as a wearable representation of that trend is this lovely tonal piece. They are the same color and go together really nicely. But what I love about this set is they really are a glorified lounge set. They're 100% cotton. I got both of these in a size small and they fit pretty well. The shirt is great. It just has this nipped in part in the waist. Getting it over your head feels a little constrictive initially, but once it's on, it's really comfortable. I loved this combination because each of these, because they're separate pieces, can be very useful on their own, worn separately with denim or a skirt or whatever. The next trend that is huge for 2025 is big, oversized, slouchy bags. You're talking no structure, just soft and oversized. The one that I purchased is a modified version of that. So it's this lovely suede bag. It is soft and relaxed, but the bottom has a little bit of structure to it. Now, this trend is kind of interesting because they're showing these slouchy bags being worn almost the way you would carry a pillow through the airport, sort of the handle tucked right down in, the whole thing jammed under your arm and carrying it like a pillow. I don't think I'm daring enough to carry it that way because inevitably I would drop it and everything would fall out. So you can certainly use these bags in a more traditional way on your arm, still look very cool, or over your shoulder. This bag leads me right into the next trend, which is suede. Suede is nothing new. Fall 2024 suede was huge and it has continued to be really big and is very much still in for fall 2025. Think anything suede, suede ballet flats, belts, purses, jackets. The piece that I picked up from Zara is this faux suede jacket. Just a very basic, simple cropped jacket, but it recognizes the trend and really is a versatile piece. In the cutaways, you'll see that I wore it buttoned up, almost like a shirt, but you can wear it as just a layering piece as a jacket, and it's really very functional. I got this in a size extra small. I probably would prefer it in a small so that I can layer with it a little bit, but the extra small still does fit. Any kind of a faux leather look, little layer or shoes works great for this trend. The next trend is Western. Yes, think cowgirl. You've got the leather fringed jackets and the double denim and a variation on a cowboy boot. It can either be an actual one or just something that has that kind of a shape to it. Big suede belts. For me, wearing a fringed leather jacket is not functional for my everyday life. So I created this double denim look using this shirt and the jeans that I am actually wearing right now. This shirt is a lovely shirt. It's super soft. The color denim is beautiful, but it is enormous. Just if you are looking at the links for shopping any of these items. The smallest size it comes in is an extra small / small. It could almost be a dress. It's really long. So in the cutaways, you'll see that I did tuck it in and it worked, but there was a lot of fabric that I was tucking in. However, you can kind of catch a picture for the double denim look as sort of a hint towards a Western girl style. I feel like double denim is so functional because most of us have a good pair of jeans. A lot of us have a denim shirt, so you may not even need to purchase anything to pull off this look. Then I added on the suede bag, which again, just adds that little edge of Western suede, but you still have 3 pieces that you can use in so many other outfits and make it really versatile. The next trend is the Peplum shirt trend. If you think Peplum, think a cute little blouse and then at the bottom having this separate piece of fabric sewn on that's a little bit ruffly. So it creates this nice shape. However, a real traditional Peplum style blouse for me isn't very wearable. I feel like I'm 6 years old when I wear something like that. But this shirt really gave a nice conservative nod to that Peplum look. You can see it's got that added piece on the bottom and it flares out a little bit, but it's just a cotton t-shirt. This is the same t-shirt as the brown one that I showed in the first trend of the brown trend, but this one is in the Ecru color. So same size, small. I just paired it with a pair of classic trousers. I purchased these actually to go with the next trend piece, which I'm wearing, but I was wanting to work in as many pieces as I could into these style clips. So I just paired it with those trousers to show you that you can have a very simple dressed up look and still recognize a small trend. The pants I got in an extra small. They fit pretty good. My only complaint is they're a little tight on the waist. The rest of the pants fit really good, but they are a little snug on the waist on me. The next trend is the 80s power dressing. This one is just kind of amusing to me. I'm sure it's has different labels being given to it, but in essence, if you can picture a corporate woman in the 80s with her full suit, really defined shoulder pads, and a nipped in waist. That's the vibe. You might think this is not wearable or functional for most people. Probably not. But I came across this particular shirt blazer and thought it was a really practical way to give a nod to that specific trend. We have the big shoulder pads, we have the nipped in waist if you want to pull it in, but it really is the fabric of a heavier blouse. The first cutaway, I will show it paired with the matching trousers. These trousers obviously create much more of that 80s power woman look. But if you take this piece, it can be functional in so many other ways. The next cutaway, I show it paired with the denim like I have it today. And suddenly this very corporate looking top is dressed way down and can be worn more on an everyday basis. Then I also showed it just opened up like a jacket, just a layering piece. But it has that character of the 80s, so you still have that trend that you're incorporating into your dressing, but it doesn't limit you to a work environment. It still is very wearable. So I thought this was a really neat piece. This is an extra small and it still has plenty of room. The shoulders are obviously pretty significant. Even the length of the sleeves is pretty long. So, and with the cinched in waist, you can kind of adjust that. So this is pretty roomy, and I think it was the smallest size that they carry. The jeans, which I didn't mention in the other outfit, my sizing on those, they are a size USA 6. They fit very comfortably. They're a really relaxed fit. They are, though, very long. My legs tend to be on the longer side. I struggle with length in clothing, and these are long on me. Just if you're interested in purchasing these, I highly recommend them, but you may need to get them hemmed if you are any shorter than I am. I hope this was helpful and practical for you as you do your fall outfit planning. If you'd be interested in a part 2 of this and how to make 6 more trends wearable for an everyday lifestyle, leave it in the comments below and let me know, and I would consider doing a part 2. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this. Leave a comment for me and a like. Thank you for joining me today. I'm so glad that you were a part of this. Have a great day.